Hello everyone, I'm Sudipta. Today we are going to read the story The Snail and the Whale. It's written by Julia Donaldson and it's illustrated by Axel Scheffler. Now let's get started. This story is about a tiny snail and a great big humpback whale. The snail used to live on a rock that was as black as soot. The snail had an itchy foot. It kept slithering all over the rock and longingly gazed at the sea and the ships in the dock. It knew the sea was deep and the world was wide, and it sniffed and sighed at not being able to see the world so wide. There were other snails in the flock who used to stick tight to the smooth black rock. They told the itchy snail that he should be still and not wriggle. But the tiny snail sighed and sniffled. Then she suddenly got an idea. She decided she'll hitch a lift. She made a silvery trail that looped and curled and said, "Lift wanted around the world." Then one night, when the tide was high and the stars were shining brightly, a humpback whale, which was immensely long, sang a beautiful song. She told the snail about shimmering ice, coral caves, shooting stars, and enormous waves. And then, do you know what? The whale asked the snail to come and sail with her. And so, on the whale's tail, the snail went to the towering icebergs in the far off lands. There were so many penguins and even a few seals on the icebergs near the ice cold water. The whale then took the snail across the sea where the water was warmer. There was golden sand and even a volcano. There were such different animals there: dolphins, a turtle, a monkey, a bird, and some fish. The waves were foaming, frolicking, spraying, and splashing the tiny snail on the tail of the whale. And then they went down. Beneath the waves were the caves, where they saw stripy fish with feathery fins and shark with hideous toothy grins. They all swam around the whale with the snail on its tail. The whale then told the snail about the sky, which was sometimes sunny, blue, and warm, and sometimes filled with thunderstorm. She told her how the zigzag lightning flashed, and it can be frightening. The tiny snail listened to everything carefully, while on the tail of the whale. The snail gazed at the sky, the sea, the land, the waves, the caves, and the golden sand. She gazed and gazed in amazement. And you know what she told the whale? "Looking at all these things around me, I feel so small." And then one day the whale lost its way. There were a group of people who were racing in speedboats. They were zooming all over the place, and with the ear splitting roar, they made the whale swim too close to the shore. The tide slipped away, and the whale got stuck on the bay. The snail told her to get back to the sea quickly, but the poor whale moaned and told her that she can't move because she's too big. The snail was feeling so helpless and terribly small. But then suddenly she got an idea and started crawling away. The snail reached a school where, when the bell rang, all the children came back and the teacher was teaching them. The snail saw a blackboard as black as soot. She climbed up and with its itchy foot started leaving a trail. A silvery trail that said, "Save the whale." All the children ran from the school, fetched the firemen, and together they squirted and sprayed water to keep the whale cool. And then the tide came back into the bay, and everyone was so happy as the whale and the snail could travel back safely to the sea. They then reached back to the dog and told the flock on the rock all the wonderful tales of seeing the shimmering eyes, coral caves, shooting stars, and enormous waves. And even though the snail was so small, how she saved the life of the whale. And then, as the humpback whale held out its tail, on it crawled snail after snail after snail. And together they all sank to the sea as they set sail on the tail of the humpback whale. And that's the end of the story. How did you like it? If you liked it, do click the like button. Also, share it with your friends so that they too can enjoy the story. To hear a new story every week, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There are many more stories there. Enjoy the next one. Bye.